Hey, what's going on? Dr. Delatorro. Speakers, listen, check this out. I know that you want to create more visibility of your business and your brand so that you can speak full time. I know that you want the cutting edge marketing tools necessary to get you booked in today's speaking market. And I've been doing this for 2 decades, and I got some really, really good news for you, my friend. All you need is some tools. Every great craftsman has a set of tools that they leverage. They don't just use a hammer all the time. They don't just use a Allen wrench all the time. They don't just use sandpaper all the time. They have a diversity of tools in their toolkit that allows them to be successful. And every great full-time speaker has that same toolkit. Now, our tools might be different, but these are 5 powerful tools that you will be able to leverage to speak full-time, get bookings on a regular basis, get paid engagements, and you won't believe the stuff that I'm using to take it to the next level as a speaker, even after doing this for 2 decades. And I got a bonus for you to stay until the end of the video. I'm gonna give this powerful bonus to you. Each one of these is gonna help you make a lot of money. You probably guessed number 1. If you wanna take it to the next level in your marketing, the first thing you gotta do, my friends, you gotta have a competitive, compelling website. That's right. You gotta have a comprehensive website. And please understand this. I would rather you have a compelling 2-page website than a fluffy 6-page website. Does that make sense? When it comes to your website, you really want to make sure that your website does basically 3 things. Number 1, it allows people to see your marketing material for your speaking business. It explains what your speaking business is, and it allows people to begin to start the process of booking you. Does that make sense? Those are the 3 real main purposes of your website. You want to make sure that people can put a name with a face. It displays your marketing material, some of which we're going to be talking about in this video, right? And it also allows people to be able to start the process of booking you. The primary purpose of your speaker website is to get people to book you for speaking, as well as maybe invest in some of your products and resources. But I'll be honest with you, 90% of the activity on my website is really geared towards getting people to hire me to speak. And I think this is where a lot of us tend to go wrong with our websites. You gotta make a decision. Do you want the website to get you, write this down, y'all. Do you want your website to get you paid gigs, or do you wanna use it to sell products? Okay? And you gotta ask that question, you gotta be honest. Because I think so many times, y'all, we end up putting a lot of product focus on our websites, and it distracts from paid clients booking us for gigs on that same site. I think every website needs to have one primary focus. You can sell your products and services on your site, there's no doubt, and we do that. But the majority of the push for people going to our website is we want people to book us for paid gigs. Does that make sense? And I think sometimes if we try to speak too many different messages on our website, we end up talking to nobody. Have you ever heard the marketing expression, he or she that tries to talk to everybody talks to nobody? So on your website, talk to a specific buyer, a specific industry. Don't try to talk to the faith-based industry and corporate America and military all at the same time on one website. No, have specific websites for the specific major types of audiences that you really want to talk to. So on your faith-based website, you could use scripture and chapter and verse and all that stuff. On your corporate website for your speaking, make sure your corporate website is a little bit different and focused more on the bottom line that you can help companies and organizations begin to fulfill. Does that make sense? Really, really important, okay? And you gotta decide, do I really want to get paid gigs on the site, or do I want to sell products, or if I want to do both, I gotta be really clear, separate the pages so that my audience is clear about what I'm trying to get them to do at any given point in time. So the first thing you need is you need a really compelling website. The second thing that you need to market like you want to be a full-time speaker is you got to have a really, really good promo video. Woo-hoo-hoo! One of my favorites, one of my specializations. You got to have great promo content, right? In other words, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you watched a movie at the movie theater without watching the trailer first? When was the last time you watched a movie on Netflix without watching the trailer that pre-play is by itself, right? 9 times out of 10, we don't watch a series on TV, whether it's a TV show or a movie, without watching the trailer. 9 times out of 10, if we're gonna go and stay at an Airbnb, we don't book that Airbnb, and we also don't book that hotel without what? Looking at photos and reading reviews first. All of those are nothing but marketing, which is in the form of a promo video, my friend. Listen, I want you to put this in the comments because it's so powerful. No video, no money. That's how important your promotional video is to your speaking career. It is epically important. People that book speakers for a living want to see you in action reaction in front of an audience, in front of multiple audiences, to be honest with you, because they want to see, can you speak to a diversity of audiences? Can you speak on different types of stages? Can you speak to different size audiences? What is it that you're really committed to doing to moving the needle forward as it pertains to your promotional video, right? So can you take your video to the next level? Is it at the ideal competitive level of production, right? Do you have enough shots of you on stage? Do you have enough sound bites? Do you have enough testimonials? Do you have enough footage of audiences reacting to your presentation? Does that make sense? Really, really strong. And it's important that your promo video be good quality, good resolution, right? Multiple angles. All this stuff is so very vitally important. We'll probably have to do a whole separate video just on the importance of promo videos, because I believe it's a really, really important key to your success in this industry. And if you want to take it to that next level, I highly recommend that you have a highly polished promotional video if you want to go to that next level. The third piece of marketing that you're going to definitely want to have is a speaker one sheet. A speaker one sheet is basically a 1-page, 8.5 by 11, double-sided. It's almost like your resume of speaking. It's almost like your comp card in modeling, if that makes sense, right? It's basically like a 2-page summary of your website, right? And it basically sells people as to who you are. It's got your photo, it's got a brief bio, it's got some of your products and services, maybe 1 or 2 of your topics that you talk about. Your one sheet basically is a 1-page, double-sided summary of your brand. How people can work with you, your contact information, your social media sites, things of that nature. It's a 1-page, double-sided color representation of who you are. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like the extension. Notice I don't have business card written anywhere on here, right? It's like an extension of the business card, and it's like it takes the place of a business card, if you will, and it just gives people a quick snapshot of who you are and what you're about. Because trust me, buyers are still very tactile. Does that make sense? And this is a bonus. Watch this. Most speaking decisions are not made by one person. They're made by a committee or a board. And since most speaking decisions are not made by one single person, and they're considering multiple speakers for an opportunity, they're gonna put 5 or 6. They're gonna bring a board or a committee room of people together. They're gonna pull up everybody's websites. They're gonna watch everybody's promo video. And then they're gonna be looking, while they're looking at promo videos and looking at your website on the big screen, you know what they're gonna have right in front of them? Your speaker one sheet. So I think that's so vitally important. All right, number 4, fourth piece of marketing that you need if you wanna take it to the next level and go full time. I call it social proof. A lot of people call it social media. I call it social proof because it's not social media just for social media's sake. You can open up an account on LinkedIn, an account on Twitter, et cetera, right? Instagram. You can open up an account on all those and say, I'm on social media. Being on social media is very different from having social proof. Social proof is when you have proof that your presentations are impactful. Does that make sense? So what is social proof on LinkedIn? Articles on LinkedIn. Having a LinkedIn newsletter, being in several different LinkedIn groups that pertain to your industry, right? Having people use the conference hashtag on Instagram and literally showing pictures of you speaking and your slides and the impact that you made, and wow, 1,000 people used the hashtag from the conference and connected it to your impact and your speaking. That's social proof of your impact. And this social proof is what makes people at an event say, man, we need to hire him to come to our event. We need to hire her to come to our event because we want the same kind of social proof impact online for our event and our conference as well. Does that make sense? So I don't just want you on social media. If you really want to take it to that next level, you've got to develop social proof of the impact that you make through social media when you speak at live events or virtual events and you're hired to give presentations. Does that make sense? So vitally important. The 5th piece of marketing that you need, nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about that. I had to throw the Post-it note away. Nobody talks about this. Your greatest piece of marketing, in my opinion, is stronger than anything up on this sheet. Stronger than your website, stronger than your promo video, stronger than your one sheet and your social proof is your actual live presentation. Your live delivery of your program, your keynote, your training, your seminar, your breakout session, your live delivery is, in my humble opinion, the strongest piece of marketing that you have, period. They asked James Brown, they said, and they asked him this in the interview, they said, man, out of all the concerts you've done all over the world, which one was your best and which one was your favorite? He said, the one I'm gonna do tomorrow night. Because he knew that his best was his next. And my friend, I need you to understand something. You want the best marketing on the planet? Let it be your next talk. Let it be your next presentation. The one you got to do today or the one you got to do tomorrow. There's nothing more compelling that will get you repeat, referral, spin-off business faster than your actual presentation. Because guess what? If your presentation is subpar, then you're basically just, all this is putting glaze on stale donuts. So your strongest piece of marketing is your actual presentation. And that's why I want to spend time with you to help you learn how to crush the stage so you can be masterful on that stage and kill it and kick butt and take names. Does that make sense? So vitally important that your live presentation is absolutely epic. And the last thing I want to share with you that I think is going to help you get massive value and make money is, listen, this is an important marketing tool. When someone hears you, what do they do next? They don't know what to do next unless you have a really good CRM, a customer relationship manager, that allows you to communicate with your prospects and your customers and talk to them on a regular basis and help them to understand and nurture them and help them understand how they can help you get in front of more audiences. Does that make sense? So you need a good CRM, you need a good customer relationship manager, you need a good software that's gonna allow you as a speaking brand to share your message about your speaking brand to other clients and customers in a powerful and profound way. Does that make sense? A mega part of your marketing arsenal toolkit. Listen, at the end of the day, you gotta have a toolkit of resources that you can use to speak full time, to go out there and kick butt and take names. I know you want more stages. I know you want more visibility. I know you want more engagements. I know you want the life. I've been living this life 20 years. It's incredible. I love it. I want you to have it, but you got to get these things in place first, and we'd love to help you. Listen, know that I'm somewhere around the world believing in you, and I believe that this is your year to shift your speaking career into a higher gear. Apply these marketing tools right now and book yourself solid. Cannot wait to talk to you soon. See you in the next video.